At the Senior Bowl, many players on both the offensive line and the defensive line really impressed. We had some players really shoot their draft stock to the moon. One of the guys whose stock really improved was Kansas edge rusher Austin Booker. This is a guy who is a bit polarizing in draft circles. He's an incredibly gifted athlete, but in terms of his technical ability, I have quite a few concerns. Today, we will be going over the pros and the cons of Austin Booker's game, and I will ultimately give my prediction on where I believe he gets selected. But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment and let me know which players you guys would like to see me talk about in the next video, and without further ado, let's get into it. Booker in 2022 didn't see the field much at all. He only played in 23 snaps for the Jayhawks. He finished with 1 hurry and 1 hit on the season, but there was not much to go off of with his game. In 2023, he really broke out in a big way. He played 482 defensive snaps and finished with 27 hurries, 2 hits, and 9 sacks for the Jayhawks. He was extremely explosive at the Senior Bowl, and he is a player who has been jumping up draft boards quite drastically. Booker athletically is one of the most gifted players in this entire draft class, regardless of position, and it starts with his size. Booker is 6'6", 245 pounds, and to me, he is the ideal frame for an outside linebacker in a 3-4 scheme. He is tall, and he has exceptional length off the edge. I am really impressed by his size profile, and he still has a lot of room to grow into his body, so you'll love to see that. Booker has an elite first step off the line of scrimmage. He's exceptionally explosive and super quick off the line. But it is more than just his first step. Booker keeps his foot on the gas, and he has really solid speed. He has the ability to track down the quarterback, and I really like the high motor in which he plays with. Booker is a strong and sure tackler, and he hits with a lot of power. Both in the run game and as a pass rusher, the upside is certainly there for Booker athletically, and he has the high motor, which you love to see off the edge. Booker from a technical standpoint concerns me quite a bit, and it starts as a pass rusher. It seems that if he doesn't win with his first step, it is virtually over for him. He doesn't have very many pass rush moves, and he occasionally did show a swim move here and there, but it felt like Booker's hands got stuck. Once he made contact with the O-line, he didn't know how to separate, disengage, and get into the backfield. He has very limited moves, and his hand placement is still very much a work in progress, and it makes him very limited as a pass rusher. Booker also played very high in terms of his pads. He didn't generate power from his lower body, and he seemed to be almost completely vertical at times when the snap was taken. Despite playing the outside edge position over the tackle for the Jayhawks, he still played with extremely high pads, which to me is a big concern. He is such a powerful player, and you want to see him generate that from his lower body. He also had questionable play strength from time to time, and I think part of it is due to only being 245 pounds. We mentioned he still has room to grow into his body. I still think he has to grow into that a little bit. As a run defender, the angles in which he would crash were inconsistent, and it was not the best for him. So that is another area I would like to see improved. Lastly, we have very limited tape on Austin Booker. He didn't play very much, and 2023 was his only starting season at the collegiate level. We don't have much to go off of for him as a prospect, so we really just have his athletic profile and what we've seen in 2023. And while he had such a good season, it is limited. As an athlete, Booker has a ton of upside. As an actual prospect though, there is still a lot of work to do. I'm not the highest on Austin Booker. I think people are going to see the athletic numbers, they're going to see the quickness, and they're going to be blown away. But he is still extremely raw off the edge. He is my number 18 edge rusher in the class. And I know that is low to a lot of people, and he definitely could develop into something nicer, but I think it's a pretty good edge class, and I think he is going to be taken higher than some of the people that I have ahead of him, simply due to the athletic profile, but I'm not the highest on Austin Booker. He is my number 140 player in the draft class. Booker should be an outside linebacker in a 3-4 scheme. He already plays with the high pads, and this would put him in the best position to succeed in my opinion. He has the speed to win, he has the ability to win on the outside, and I think this is going to allow him those one-on-one matchups at the tackle where he has the quick step to win. I think he's likely going to be a designated pass rusher at the next level. My comparison for Austin Booker is Baltimore Ravens edge rusher Odafe Oweh. Both of them entered the NFL draft with very limited playing experience, but their athleticism and upside as an edge rusher pushed them up draft boards extremely. They have very similar frames and are very good in a designated pass rush role, so that's my comparison for Booker. Austin Booker is a gifted athlete. He is tall, long, quick, and he has so much upside off the edge. He's a very green prospect with a lot of room to grow, and he's still really raw. I do think he's going to go higher than a lot of the players that I personally have ahead of him, and I believe that Austin Booker will be a third round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft.